FinFam, it's your host Larry K. Sorry for the late video, sorry for the short video, sorry for being out of the studio, but I had to just quickly recap the Miami Dolphins win today against the Cleveland Browns. Started off, shaky, and I don't know. When we first kicked the ball off, and then Cleveland is running the ball right back down the field, scoring on the opening drive, you start to put me in RD's camp where I'm like, you know what, we got to stop deferring. We got to take the kick off, and we got to just run with it. I'm starting to think that at first. But then when we start getting the offense going, we start doing what we're supposed to be doing again, and then we get the ball after the half, and we do what we're supposed to do in the second half. It's kind of hard to stick to that. So that's kind of interesting. Look, interesting game today, right? Because this was not the type of game where Waddle and Hill were just dominating as we're used to, and the middle of the field was open all day. This was the type of game which was much tougher. We had, the middle of the field was taken away by the defense a little bit. Armstead did go out at one point, but he did come back in, thank God. But the line had its share of struggles when he was out for that short period of time, and Tua was under a little more pressure than we're used to seeing Tua under. But nonetheless, look, he still was poised, which is what you want to see. You saw him, making the right reads, taking his time, making a sidestep when he had to, stepping up when he had to, delivering the ball when he needed to different receivers to make sure that we could still get plays in. We could still get the plays we needed. We could still get positive yardage. We can still score. He had a great stat line as usual, multiple touchdown game again. Just great passes again that really sealed the game. Once we kind of got ahead a little bit, right before the half, and then once we scored on the first possession of the second half, I think the game wasn't really in doubt from then, which is what you want to see against Cleveland. I think we get a much-needed bye now. We need some rest. Crossan went out. Agbo went out. We've just been so banged up on defense. Let's hope we see a Byron Jones come back, because I do think that if Byron Jones is ever going to come back, it's going to be during this bye period. If he's not going to come back, and if he doesn't come back after this bye period, I don't think we're going to see him back at all, to be honest with you. But look, I'm hoping to see him back at some point this season, so we'll see. I think if he's going to come back, it's going to be during this period. Again, the bye couldn't have come at a better time for us right now. So we did what we had to do. We're trying to take care of business. We are 7-3. We are actually in first place in the AFC East right now, which part of the reason for this late video is I'm sitting there watching this Bills-Vikings game to see what happens. What a crazy game that was, right? I mean, you think the Bills tie it up. I did not like the play calls at the end. You saw Kirk Cousins miss a wide open lane to just run in for the touchdown on third down, then misses the quarterback sneak. Then, miraculously, Josh Allen fumbles the ball. So another turnover. Ever since that Jets game, it seems like, hey, I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen, but fumbles the ball right there on the goal line. Minnesota falls on it for a touchdown. And then they drive down Minnesota. They win the toss. They look like they're poised again to score, but Cousins takes a sack. They wind up with a field goal. Buffalo goes back down, and Josh Allen just throws the most ill-advised throw I can think of right into coverage, right to the Vikings defender, and lo and behold, we're Dolphins fans. We wind up, guys, in first place atop the AFC East right now. I believe if we were going to the playoffs right now, we would be the number 2 seed. So you really can't complain if you're a Dolphins fan today. It's going to be nice to take a nice weekend off, see if we can get healthy, get rested. You come back, you got Houston at home, and then we start, I think, a really season-defining stretch. We go on the road against, some formidable teams, some tough teams, and we come back home and we got some division rivalry games. So the season's going to come down to this home stretch in December, but we got a week to chill before that. We got one more game before that, and then it's really a season-defining stretch. But if you're a Dolphins fan, you really got to be happy with what you've seen so far. Early in the game, first half, I saw some questionable calls from McDaniel again, just in terms of getting too cute. He's getting down there and he's running the trick play with Wilson having the ball. I think Hill might have been open, but, just whether it's on Wilson, whether it's on Hill, whether it's on just not getting open, whether it's on bad decision, whatever, no need to call that play. We're running the ball well. We're lining up and just beating them in regular football. Tua's playing well. Don't take the ball out of Tua's hands in that situation. And then later we also had the the third down call, and he runs in Smythe for the direct snap, and he doesn't get it, and then you're running, now you're on a fourth down situation. Didn't love it. But the second half, you saw McDaniel realize, learn from his own mistake. Remember, he's a young coach. Learned from his own mistakes, just lined up and played football the rest of the way, and it worked out. It got us where we needed to go. So you got to be happy with that. Long story short, man, we'll be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for LG Shaking the Panel. We'll break this down more. Please join us. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet and you are a Miami Dolphins fan or an NFL fan or just dig football or just like to hear guys rant and talk, right below me takes a millisecond. Smash that subscribe button. Please smash that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We are a long way off, but we did it the first time with 1,000. We can get to 2,000. Please smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Share the video. Share the channel. Before then and until then, I will see you Wednesday at 7. Fins up. Larry out.